Yo, what's up, my Goonies? It's your boy, Beasley Bator, and welcome back to another episode of the Bate Escape podcast. You know, the podcast dedicated to all things solo sexuality and goon culture. Okay, I have an episode for y'all today. I have a really special guest with me. They are BatorMutt. BatorMutt has been on my podcast twice before. I love having them on the pod. They're super smart. And every time I talk to them, I feel like I walk away with like all this newfound knowledge. And in this particular episode, I wanted to try something new. I wanted to like talk to them after hours. So like we set up this chat like really late at night and we get into all kinds of interesting conversations. Some of those things are the topic of dating while being neurodivergent. We play a really fun game of Goon or Gone. That's back for this episode, which is really fun. We taught about emotional edging, which is a completely new concept that I didn't really know about. But and we also, we just talk about all kinds of random things. Full transparency, I was smoking Mother Nature throughout this entire episode. So this episode just jumps all over the place. It's super casual, it's super goony, it's silly, it's interesting. Um, it's just different from the other formats of the podcast. Anyway, that being said, shout out to BatorMutt for speaking to me for this long. It's an extra long episode because it just went on some random tangents, but I feel like I didn't want to cut it. I feel like you deserve the entire thing. So here it is. Enjoy it. Um, I'm gonna take a break after this episode for maybe like a week or two or three, and then come back in the new year with a brand new episode. I hope that you're enjoying the holidays. Thank you so much for all your support throughout this entire year. Please enjoy this episode. Shout out if you listen to the whole thing and stick around to the end. You are a real one for that. And please share, like, subscribe to all those things to stay updated with new episodes. Check out past episodes. Follow me on all my socials at Beastly Bator, B8R. And yeah, thanks so much for listening. Enjoy this episode. Welcome to another episode of the Bate Escape. My loyal fans. See, I've been trying to like get more people to listen to this, but I realize that those efforts are futile. Wait, did I even introduce? Did I even say your name? I didn't even say your name yet.
It's okay.
I'm once again back here on the pod with Bader Mutt, and
Hello. Hi. Arf.
they've been on my pod before. You've
Mm.
been on my pod twice, I feel like.
Yeah, I was on once with your girlfriend and then once by myself.
Yeah, and so now you're back. And I
Mhm.
feel like,
It's always good vibes, to be honest.
yeah, I
You
feel
guys have a
like
good
you.
time.
I always, yeah, I feel like I always get somewhere. But mostly I feel like I wanted to talk and chat, particularly this week, because I've just been feeling there's been a lot of shit happening in my brain.
Yeah.
And I'm basically gonna use you as therapy.
Okay.
Because
That's
I just feel
yeah.
because I feel like I'd rather just give it to you because you get the vibe than like
Uh,
renting or venting to like my coworker in the mornings when even haven't even had the coffee yet.
yeah,
And
I
also
get
I'm gonna
that. It's
smoke this joint.
work. No, love girl, light it up. That's very much this pod's vibe anyway. Like, let's be so real.
So this is gonna be like I haven't done it in a while, and I feel like I should bring it back, like the shits and giggles editions, where I don't have an agenda. Like this is just basically an opportunity to chat with like my beer bros.
I will say you can cut this part out, but like don't have the camera on you while you're smoking a joint on camera because YouTube will demonetize that instantly.
Oh, I won't I don't know. I feel like I kind of stopped putting them up. Okay, so I do have them on YouTube, but I only have the RSS feed connected.
Okay. So you
So
don't
because
record the video anymore?
I mean I do record the video. I have the video if I wanted to if I wanted to like put it up and I get people's consent, but it's just like I don't know, like editing video, I'm not in the mood to edit video right now. Mm.
Get that. No, I totally do get that. It's an extra layer of work that you have to put when you're already kind of struggling to like get the motivation to do anything with it. Like, yeah.
Yes, dude. Oh shit. And also too, I feel I was stressed because my podcast host changed their what they changed the software. And so I
Oh.
had to relearn how to edit with the new software, and that was driving me crazy. Like learning new things. I'm just like, wait, it was already fine the way it was.
Hmm.
Um, but then I was like, no, 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 I'm a fucking brain. I'm gonna figure this out. And I did. So maybe I will go back to YouTube, which is what ultimately what I wanted to say. Anyway, what's going on with you? How you been?
I'm
I
really
feel like we
good,
haven't spoken in a
actually.
while.
Yeah, I disappeared into a cave for a little bit and made a whole EP. I don't know if I ever actually sent you a link to, but I'm like a published Spotify artist now.
What? That's fucking cool. I literally know a musical artist. Like I know you. You're
Yeah,
like my buddy. I can't believe that. Well,
yeah.
I love that track that we did together. It's hot.
Yeah, that one was really good. This one I don't
Mhm.
sing,
Okay.
so I use like Vocaloid software. Have you ever
But
heard of Hatsune Miku,
but you could
like
sing if
anime
you wanted
character with
to.
the big blue hair?
I'm not too familiar with the anime. I want
Okay.
to that be.
The thing with
Should I
her
be?
is that she's like a Vocaloid, right? So she's not real, but
Hmm.
they use software to synthesize a singing voice and they use her as like the front man for it. She's like the character that you're listening to singing, even though it's a piece of software.
Wait, I feel like I might have seen a YouTube video of like this man marrying.
Hatsune Miku, yeah. She's
Yeah,
like a very big fan base.
he like literally wed her. Wait, is that real? That's not
I
legal. Is
don't.
that
I mean,
legal?
he didn't actually get married to her, but he probably married his waifu.
Oh,
Yeah,
like it's like a ceremony. But it was
yeah.
legit. Like he invited his friends
That's wild.
and everyone was just
I
like,
mean,
hey, if you're happy, I'm happy. No,
yeah, I would work. More power
I
to you.
think, yeah, I think he's on the right track. I think he's actually ahead of his time.
Honestly, yeah. Give me
Yeah,
my
for sure.
like literally e-boy, literal e-boy boyfriend. I'm kind of here for it.
That's the
Um,
vibes you give me. Because every time I talk to you, I gotta reach into Discord.
yeah, I'm the guy that
It's
you have to like go onto the
it
internet to find.
it's not even a text, bro. Like I literally have to go online on the internet to track you down and be like, yo, are you well?
Yeah. The answer's always, but yeah. So I am well, but I did that EP. So like I was saying, I don't sing at all, so I use like
Yeah.
Vocaloid software. But there are
Yeah.
actual like vocals on all the songs and stuff too, which is a first for me, having like
Okay, like
custom made vocals.
what would you say the genre is?
Um, very like
E-boy?
e-boy as a genre. I'd say it's like hyperpop or digicore. Digicore is closer to what it actually is because it's like it's very like a nostalgic video game hip hop vibes, but like with futuristic production.
Okay. It
So
like
if you had
maybe
like 90s hip hop, but then video game synthesizers, but then video game synthesizers that are modern sounding, but it's all kind of nostalgic. It's cute. It's you'd get it if I'll send you a link to it after this.
I feel like my brain hurts, but I feel like
I
it's
do
gonna
that to
be
people. I'm sorry.
no, it's fine. But I feel like it's gonna be good. And you know what?
No,
I'm super
it
excited to
genuinely is
listen to
really
your
vibey. Like you've said before that some of my stuff reminds you of
I
Sophie, and it is kind of that vibe.
yes, that's right. Yes, you do send me tracks and you're just like, hey, I'm proud of this. Listen to it. And I'm just like, yeah, this is a fucking jam and a half, bro. And it
Yeah.
did give me Sophie vibes, like ding, 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 ding.
Yeah,
The
that like
fuck.
metallic
I butchered
noise.
that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Sophie. R.I.P. We love you. We miss you. Miss you, girl.
R.I.P.
There's a lot of people that I miss. I miss Aaliyah. And
Aaliyah, yeah.
I miss Selena. I keep going on my Instagram. I don't know why my algorithm keeps spitting out Selena photos, but I'm just like,
Love.
I miss her so
Goon for
much.
Selena.
I will forever goon for Selena. Like,
Uh, but
that's
no,
my
I've been good.
gal.
It was the EP and then like new games coming out, and I've been on my like funny
What
little
new
Bator
game?
Pup Discord like every day, hanging out with the dogs.
Well, you run that Discord. Wait, tell everybody what your Discord is. Are you accepting new members? Yeah, right. You're always like down
Yeah,
for
it's
this.
it's always open. It's the Bator Pups Discord. There's if you find any of my social media platforms, it's on my like link tree. There's always a link up open to the public.
Oh, we should say, like, if you're not familiar with Bader Pup's work, he's a sexy exhibitionist, nudie pup. And you can go follow their not safe for work X account at Bader, Bader Pup, right?
Bator Mutt.
Bader Mutt. And he
Bator Mutt
shows
and
it
his Bator
all.
Pups.
He shows it all, ain't he?
Yeah.
You
Yeah, yeah.
got everything up in the air and it's so inviting. I
Mm.
love when my bros show up. I go like around this time I'll go on my timeline and I'll be like, oh, the bros are showing off tonight. Yeah. All I see is
It's
like
so funny.
dick and ass
There
and
was this
balls.
thing going around with the Boys of Leather where we were like submitting our Instagram feeds to Chat
Hmm.
GPT and letting it
Uh-huh.
roast our Instagram feeds. You know what it said about mine? It said, "Oh, you give kinky Batman." I said, "I want to go home. I'm deleting
Pinky
this app.
Batman. That's what it
I'm
told
deleting
you?
this app." Yeah, I mean, it was actually very complimentary for a roast. It was like, "Wow, it looks like you stole your lights right out of a nightclub. It's giving like sexy dungeon, kinky adventure, but you're also like confusing because it's like you're the sexual Batman." And I was like,
Okay,
"Girl, what are we doing?"
obviously this AI thing did not consult a faggot, or else the reads would be much better, honey.
That part, that part.
That's what I'm
Uh,
saying. Like, come on, like, hello.
it was
I was just
kinky.
reading a post on Instagram. Do you know this TikTok influencer, very demure, very mindful? Are you
Mhm.
familiar?
Yeah, of course.
But I was just reading, like, I just discovered it the other day, and I was like, why is everyone saying this shit anyway? Did my research, found out who it was. But I think it was like Raja or some drag queen posted this thing where it was just like in-depth commentary about how like queer language um always stems from like queer people of color, and they typically
Yeah,
never
it
see the
does.
rewards.
Yeah,
um and it's such a proud moment in queer history, or a queer moment that she's getting her bag, and like the fact that
yeah.
she created this content, she's able to like survive and transition the way she wants to.
Well, it's cool because like that's also like fundamentally rooted in like modern social media and stuff. Like I know it has a lot of
Mhm.
drawbacks and like shitty things to it, but the fact that like a queer BIPOC person can like go on the internet and create a meme like that and then get their bag directly without it getting disseminated through all these white people and all these TV, like it just is, it's cool that like someone can just go on the internet and be themselves and get rewarded for that. Like I do really like that.
Oh, I love the way you said. Oh shit, that's so bright. That's better, huh? You can see me better. No, you're totally right, and I think the last ending of the commentary was just like when her moment is done, when this passes, and she's not getting any more money in, like that saying will be in the lexicon of queer culture.
Yeah,
Like it's gonna just live on forever. Like it's gonna be part of a gay thing. Like if you know, which is so cool. So all that
yeah,
to say is like the legacy, like brown people, this particular brown trans people, like
yeah.
leave, like give them their flowers. They've been doing it forever.
Give the
Don't
girl her
fucking
fucking
don't
flowers.
don't fucking
Put the
JK
money in the
Rowling
bag.
me. That's what I'm talking about. Like
Yeah,
deny
yeah.
what, bitch? Like
That's real
those
though.
those stupid. Anyway, wait, did we get back to how you're doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Like I said, just the music thing, the EP,
You
which
look
is by
good.
the way not under BatorMutt, that is under a separate thing. I chose a
Wait,
different moniker because I kind of wanted it to be separate, you know?
are you gonna tell us?
Yeah, it's EK9. So E dot KAY and then the number nine because I thought that was cute. Like E
That
boy,
is
but like E dog.
that is very you. It's very you.
Yeah.
I love that. Wait, so it's out now?
Yeah, it's already out. It's been out for a minute.
Wait, bro, give me a minute. Okay, y'all, stop what you're doing right now. Wait, it's on. It would be on Apple, Spotify, all of them, right?
Yeah, it's on everything. I mean, anybody can really like self-publish music, but
No, but that's
it's
fucking
not.
cool.
I tend to find it a bit too much.
But not everybody should be publishing music. Okay. Wait, it's E what? E dot?
E.kay and the
Okay.
number nine.
You cannot hear me. Yeah, found you with a cool like metallic paw print.
Yeah, I thought that album was really cute. The little cover.
Okay, I'm adding that to my. Yeah, it is really cute. It matches with your hood now.
Mhm. I go back and forth with the hood. You can take this off and don't put this on the
I
pod.
like the
But like,
hood. I don't wear my hood as much as I should. Ooh, you look hot even without it.
hmm thank you. One of these days when we're not doing a podcast that may or may not be a
Have you
video, I'll just do it faceless. Huh?
have you been working out? You look good.
I'm just like that.
No, I feel like you've like changed or something. Maybe I'm just horny. I think the weed is kicking in.
Hell yeah. No, I mean like honestly, have I'm 27, right? So like second puberty is kind of a thing, and I've noticed like I've filled out a little bit more,
Oh,
like
second
naturally.
puberty is definitely a thing.
Yeah.
But I don't, yeah, I feel like you're hitting that a little early. You should be hitting that by like 30, 32 or something.
I mean, I hit my first puberty pretty early too. I
Well,
got
there's
into all
actually
music.
there's a third that they don't tell you about, and it's coming after
Oh
this.
no.
Yes, it's very real. Um, how is the porn coming along? What are you doing these days? You're still showing
Uh,
off.
so that's kind of the thing, right? Is that like when I go into a cave like that, I'm ADHD as fuck, if you didn't know. But like uh
You don't
I get
say.
like hyper fixated on things, and so like doing like a whole album. I say whole album, it's 3 tracks, but it still took a minute. And then like gaming or like being super involved in Discord and stuff.
Yeah.
There's like ebbs and flow periods, so I haven't made as much content lately. But now that that's
Hmm.
all kind of like wrapped, I can get
Hmm.
back into it again. And I'm like motivated to do it again, which is the big thing. I don't want to make anything if I don't feel like making something, because then I worry that it'll come through, you know?
And it will come through.
Yeah.
You see it. We've all seen it. That fake ass porn scenes, and you're just like, they could care less about each other.
Yeah. And that's part of why I like to diversify, right? Is that like maybe I don't feel like,
Do you know this content creator?
oh, what? Girl, what?
You know this content creator? I, I don't know what I forgot the fucking name, but he's just always like doing these voiceovers of like these animals, and he's just always like, "You play with my time. You play, you play, you play with my time." I'm gonna send you a link. That shit's fucking funny.
I love. Yeah, please do. Or
Wait, what the fuck? It feels like my shit. Oh my god. I'm this. What are we even talking about?
I just was wrapping up how I'm doing. How are you?
I feel like we don't get to it. Like, no, you're doing amazing, dude. You like put on an album. You're sexy as fuck, and you're a pup. Like that's such a cool like vibe. I love it, and I'm really
Thank
happy,
you.
and I'm really excited that you're doing well.
I am eternally
Um,
vibing, you know?
it's a vibe. Look at my dildo in the.
Yeah. I was looking at the thing on the wall behind you. It's like a hot
Oh
ball.
yeah, this one.
Yeah. You
I love
definitely
that.
can't have this on YouTube. Not with the video.
No, no. And I'm not gonna edit this either because the last time I did like a regular like a get to know me video and all this shit was in it and I had to blur it all. The pain in the ass. Anyway,
Yeah. Sounds like a nightmare.
um, I've been okay. I've had an interesting week. I mean, in general, okay, so like I was in Palm Springs um 2 weekends ago. It's gonna be two
Nice.
weekends ago. Yeah, no, it's super fun. I said it's to Santiago. It's great. Lovely pool. If you have the opportunity to go, if you can't go, go check it out. I highly suggest it. Let me know where you're going. I will meet you there.
Yeah. No, I mean I live in Phoenix, so it's like right in between the two of us.
Have you ever? Have you been to Palm Springs?
Only once in passing, and I went to go
You
see
just
I did stop to go see the Trixie Motel.
did you like it?
Yeah, it was really cute. It made me
That
very
bitch is
happy. I took a little
expensive,
picture.
man.
Yeah, it is pricey.
I was looking at it because I was like, oh, I'll treat myself and there'll be like something cute too, take pictures or whatever, fucking gay it up, you know? And then I
Yeah,
saw the prices and I was like, nah. And also too, maybe you know this, is it a clothing optional motel or is it just fully
I
closed?
have no idea. I don't have the
See,
money to stay there.
see, that's the problem. I was gonna call and
Yeah,
be like, are you clothing optional? But I was like, nah, fuck that. There's like historic resorts that are like for sure clothing optional, which the one I stayed at is this, which is why I'm like, yes.
love.
And I think it's fun to go with like a nudie friend, like someone that'll like go skinny dipping with you, you know?
Yeah, because then you don't feel so like alone or like weird
Oh,
about it.
honey, these men, no, there was nothing weird about it. It's like I was dick out everywhere. It was great. That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's great.
and then I got back, and then I fucking spiraled. And I was just like, I don't know what it was. Like, maybe it was just like being drained energy or like, I don't know, like just missing the vacation already. But I was just like, what is life? Like these last couple of days, I've just had
Yeah,
major in
ennui,
ennui,
ennui.
ennui.
Wait, wait.
Thanks.
Yeah, I did French in high school. So that's actually a phenomenon, like a known thing. Furries actually have a word for it. They call it post-con depression. When like you go
Post.
out to post-con depression, so like convention,
Oh.
like a furry convention. And I'm sure that like it probably goes beyond furries. That's just where I've heard the term. But like it's this
Sure.
idea that when you go on a big vacation or like you're around a bunch of people or you're like you get an opportunity to go somewhere and like really be yourself. And then you
Hmm.
come home and realize like, oh, real life still exists. It's kind of similar to like doing
Mm.
psychedelics, how like when you take like mushrooms or something like that, like afterwards there's like an adjustment period where you
Yeah.
have to like, oh, real life exists again. Like this isn't a dream, a fever dream that I get to just enjoy forever. Like I have to go back to doing a job and and it is kind of miserable, that's like a normal thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, great. Well, thanks for validating that. I feel very affirmed by you.
Well, it's mostly just to say that that feeling does go away, like it's normal to have that afterwards and it'll pass with time.
But yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, thanks. I feel
Sorry.
we should have had this. No, I feel like we should have this conversation. I keep moving away from the mic, and it's gonna be weird audio. I feel like I should have had this conversation with you a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
No, but like you know what? There's a lot of shit other happening too. Okay, so that happened, right? I got back to Palm Springs. Um, and then before I lived to Palm Springs, I asked this person out on a date. Like he's a beta bro that we met on Scruff,
Hmm.
and we've hung out naked. And then I was like, "Oh, I love pizza. Do you love pizza? We should go get pizza." And they agreed to that. So it was like the day before I went to Palm Springs.
That's
So
really
then I
cute.
went to, yeah, thanks. I went to Palm Springs and I was like driving back to Palm Springs. I was thinking about him and I was like, oh, like, okay, I'm just gonna go with it, right? And
Hmm.
it's like, this feels good. So then I got into Palm Springs that evening. I texted him. I was like, hey, I just got in and, chatted a little bit. Fine. And then a couple of days later, I was like, oh, do you like aliens? And I was like, we should go see the new Alien movie together. And he was like, no, I'm not really feeling a movie right now.
Hmm. I would
Yeah,
have gone. That sounds fun.
I did go.
Work. You said, fuck it, I don't need no man. I'm gonna go
That's
anywhere.
right. That's right. I
He's
was
right.
looking
She should
forward to
say
the
it.
movie. Yeah. So then yes, I did win. I did go. But I was talking to a coworker and I was just like, I think I allowed myself to feel what I was feeling in that moment, like just processing like what that brought up for me, and I realized that I
Mm,
don't I bypass feelings, like I don't feel my feelings, right?
yeah, yeah,
And so like I just was giving myself the permission to just be like, that hurt. Like that was fucked up. Like you
yeah.
got denied thinking, I mean, you still feel this way about this person, but you would think that it would be reciprocated. And then what was the other thing? I forgot. Anyway, yeah, that was the thing that was bumming me out too. Maybe the last couple of days, I just been wanting to like talk it through with someone because I don't feel like
Yeah. Would you say that you're like pretty
work is
sensitive to like?
appropriate.
Would you say that you're pretty sensitive to like rejection?
Um, no, no, not necessarily. Yeah, I guess you could say that, and like, I'd have to be really specific about the capacity. Like,
Yeah,
if it's
yeah, that's
sexual
fair.
rejection, no, because
But like
most of
emotional,
yeah, well, I mean, yes. So like, I
yeah.
feel like emotional leads to more vulnerability, and that's really
It
difficult for
does,
me.
but some people still have kind of a wall between them, and I think that like it's kind of a double-edged sword not having a wall there because it
Uh-huh.
can leave you open to the rejection being more painful, but it
Yeah.
does, I mean, it inherently allows you to be more vulnerable when you're not rejected. So, it's kind of it comes with being the way we are. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. No, yeah, you're totally right. So it's just been like a bummer. And then like I think he like sent me selfies after that, and I just sent so I didn't know how to respond, so I just sent him a dude. I was just like, what am I doing? Like, what is this? Like, I have no idea how to like interact with this person anymore.
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah.
It was weird,
I've
and
had
then
that
I
with some
haven't heard,
people.
have I heard anything since then? No, I haven't. So I don't know.
Ooh, jeez.
I don't know. It's just it added a different texture, if you will, to like my ennui. Ennui? Oh my
Only.
God, you took off the hood.
Yeah, it's hot in here. I live in Phoenix, girl.
Oh my God. Yeah, yeah, took it off because I'm not gonna use the video anyway.
Yeah, that
Um,
that too. Oh.
did you ever have facial hair?
Yeah, I just shaved it recently. It's easier to wear the hood when I shave.
That's why you
It's
look so
less like it,
different.
it like tugs, yeah. I have very like chubby chipmunk
You
cheeks.
are very chubby. That's right. You look like you are prepubescent.
Yeah, I'm 27 going on 17, girl. It's a
You-
good idea to everywhere I go.
Yes, dude. You should be a fucking cherub for Halloween. Have you ever thought about that?
Cherub. I mean, yeah, I kind of see it actually. That would be adorable.
Just fucking see you with the diaper, girl. The fucking diaper with the fucking
I need to breathe. I need a minute.
with the fucking curly hair. Oh my! Why is
Jail.
why is
Send
that
this man to
so
prison.
fucking funny to me? That's just fucking hilarious.
It is really funny. I just, oh God, I don't want to. No, don't think about me like that.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
No, I think that's cute.
It,
You're like
it
a,
is cute.
obviously you're a grown person, you're an adult,
Yeah,
which is
I'm a
part. I think
whole
that's
grown
just
ass man.
which I think that kind of satisfies some like my ABDL
Yeah.
ish
Is that
that I'm
something you've come
attracted
around on?
to. That I'm
Yeah.
attracted to. Yeah, yeah, I'm attracted to. Because at first I thought it was really creepy, but then like I actually was flirting or like how like this online relationship with someone that was into it. Like they were identified as a BD. I don't know that a person that enjoys that.
Yeah.
And they like kind of broke it down to me, and I was like, oh, it's like more of a headspace.
Yeah. Same thing with like pup play or anything else like that. It's fully just a
Yeah, like it's
headspace.
not
It's
necessarily
ultimately they're still a consenting
sexual.
adult. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily sexual, which is
Yeah, that too.
which I found interesting. And I was like, oh, if it's not, then what is it? And they're just
Like
like,
therapeutic for some people.
yeah, like they're just like, well, I'm like, well, I need to be taken care of. Like it's this headspace of like keep me
Yeah.
safe. baby me, like take care
It's
of
a
me. I'm like,
headspace of
oh,
like
okay.
allowing yourself to be taken care of. And it's usually, and this is getting in the psychoanalytical bag, maybe a little bit too much, but like
Uh-huh.
people that usually had to take care of other people so much when they were younger tend to lean
Uh-huh.
into that a little bit more as they get into adulthood because they're like
Mm,
lifting the weight of needing to care for others off their shoulders for a little bit.
that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Hmm. I should chat them. I haven't spoken to them in a couple of weeks. Hope they're well. Um,
It's actually
but
funny. One
yeah.
of the boys from the Phoenix Boys of Leather is going to a bit one of the largest ABDL events in the US is in LA like next month, I think, or soon,
Do you
sometime
think
soon.
the Phoenix Boys of Leathers listens to this podcast?
I mean, I send it to a couple of them. Yeah, I send your podcast out to like quite a few people.
I know you do. You're
Honestly,
so supportive. Thank you so much. I appreciate
yeah, you
you.
deserve it. You're really cool.
That sounded so genuine. No, I love it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
I
lie to
feel
you.
like I feel like I need it. Like I don't know. Like I've just been like I've just
Normalize bros kissing the homies goodnight. You know what I mean?
yes, no, I totally agree. I love it. Like
Yeah,
I
it's
think
very that
it's
vibe.
cool. I think it's very chill and I think it's genuinely supportive. Like I feel like we should support one another. It's particularly like in queer spaces because I feel like, I think gays or gay people tend to be like really catty and like cunty. Like that's the vibe. Like,
So I have a story about this actually. My parents came out to Phoenix to visit recently,
hmm
and I took my parents to a drag show and to just like a regular gay bar,
hmm
and they had an amazing time at both of them. But one of the things my dad asked me in the car on the way back to my place is like, I have this lesbian coworker, and she always tells me that like nobody's meaner to gay people than other gay people. Is that true? I
Yes,
was like, yes,
that is like
yes, because
100% accurate. Ugh,
yes.
we're
And he was
so
like, why
mean to
is
each
that? And I was
other.
like,
I don't know
well,
why.
I think part of it is that like a lot of queer people make their living through like being performers of some kind because that's one of the few places that we're generally accepted. And I think it's a very competitive market at the same time. So it's very easy for us to kind of look at each other as competition. And like, I don't
Mm, mm, mm,
like,
mm.
I try to combat that, especially with like Gooner stuff, because there have been people that are like, we're competition now, so I don't want to work with you anymore. And I was like,
Yeah,
what the fuck do you mean? We're not like, it's not one or the other. Like, there's no one stopping
yeah,
anyone from liking both of us. It's
yeah.
weird. I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
don't like it,
Sometimes I
but
also do get the feeling like the gay community is just so elitist. It's kind of gross.
gatekeeping is everywhere, and that's something I told my dad too. Is that it's
Sure.
like queer people gatekeep each other, but like
But
Republicans gatekeep each
it's
other,
like
like
meaning
furries
in the
gatekeep each
community.
other.
No, but I don't think furries are mean to each other the way gays are.
That they're not the same kind of mean to each other, but I
Okay.
promise every community has
I'm
gatekeepers and
terrified of
elites.
that 22-year-old twink. I'm deathly afraid. They're
I think that's also
so
like,
scary. They're so intimidating.
would you say that that's like also a very LA specific thing? Because I don't
Yes.
see like a 22-year-old twink walking down the street in Phoenix and go like, "Oh, girl, he's gonna read me for filth." Like, I don't care. I'm like, whatever. You're
No,
just as
I'm
much of a flop
definitely
as I am.
I should be more specific because I think I'm to being too general. But yes, I'm talking about particularly like WeHo gays. And
Fair.
also too like people that are attracted to moving to WeHo gay. That says so much about you. They just
That's
even
fair.
them wanting to move there, I'm just like, something
It
wrong with
implies
you.
some kind of like fame-seeking competitive
Yeah.
behavior, I guess.
No,
Yeah.
that's fine. Like, you want to move to Hollywood, you want to be a star,
Yeah.
be the next biggest influencer. Like, be my guest. That's totally fine.
But don't be
Just
such a judgmental bitch.
don't be such a bitch about it.
That's so real. You're so real for that.
I mean,
All
shit.
right, I'm gonna smoke some too, just because it's
You
fun.
should. Hella. You know what? Fuck it. I feel like this episode has just gone off the rails already.
Oh no,
So
we're
we
off
just
the rails for us is on the rails.
should we just go keep moving because
Yeah.
that's what we do, and I fucking roll with the punches. Swear to God, I feel like
Hell yeah.
I've been rolling with so many punches. What was I gonna say? Oh, speaking of fame and like people who don't like it, Chapo Roan. why do I love this bitch? She's like so real for the shit we should be saying. She'd be like, yeah, I played for fucking millions of people at Lollapalooza. I still don't want to fucking take a picture with you. And I'm just
That's
like, she's
real. Yeah.
so fucking real for that shit. Like, mm. She's like, she was like, why am I allowed? Why am I supposed to be like, what did she say? She was like, I'm a random bitch. You're a random bitch. Like, would you ask a random bitch for an autograph? I don't know.
That's so
Maybe,
real. I had a
maybe that wasn't the strongest argument, but
no,
you
but
get
I
it.
get that. Like, we're just two people, and I don't owe anyone any more accessibility to me than I would owe a random stranger. And everything that I give is a gift, and everything that I get is a gift, and that's the way I look at it. You know what I mean? No, neither one of us ever
Hmm.
owe each other anything.
That's such an interesting perspective, or just even to like think of it as a gift.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's, I
like
mean,
what kind of
girl, we
gift
live in an
though?
era where everyone's trying to colonize your fucking attention 24/7. Yeah, it's absolutely a gift to give someone your time.
You know what? I feel like time is more precious than money, to be honest. Don't they say
Yeah,
that?
it's definitely, we live in an era where those two things are basically the same thing at this point. Like, it's gotten a little crazy, to be
Yeah, no,
honest. But
absolutely. I hear them
oh, that
100%.
we
I hear
didn't.
that 100%. Fuck. I'm lit, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking lady, and I love it. Fuck,
Oh,
that's my fucking stimming, bro. I'll just fucking sing out in song and shit. Oh, that's
I
the other
feel like,
part of it that I wanted to talk to you about. Because I was just like, oh, like, I feel like I may be misinterpreting the signs because I'm like functioning neurodivergent. And so, like,
yeah,
flirting or flirtatious behavior bypasses me completely. And I'm just like, oh, this person's just being nice. So like I feel like I could be reading these cues from this person wrong. Like it would not surprise me if I'm completely missing the mark. But
the
it
nice thing
feels
about
to
that,
me saying no to a movie like no, I don't want to go on a date with you. Am I misreading that?
um, so
I mean,
no, I mean,
no.
because you're not misreading it, because if he said no to that specific thing, then he did say no to that date. But it doesn't mean no to dating in general. And the nice thing about being neurodivergent is that it usually inclines us to just ask, "Hey, I know you don't want to go to that movie with me, but do you want to like go out any other time?" If the answer is no, then all right, whatever, flop. Like,
You yes. And then so then I was talking to a coworker and she was just like, you only asked him once. And I was like, no, I asked him twice, the pizza and the movies. She's like, no, technically you didn't follow up with the pizza because you said you'd hit him up when you got back from Palm Springs.
yeah,
So technically, I asked him once, and that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm on your level.
yeah,
Here's where I'm going with this because
okay,
ultimately I was just like, I should just text back and be like, oh, like maybe you're not a movie guy, but are you still down for pizza? Right?
yeah. That's fine. Some people really just don't like going to the movies on the like as a date or whatever, which I kind of get. Is not really a
Exactly.
date. You're sitting next to each other watching a thing.
Yeah,
Like,
but
you
you
could
get
do
that.
that at home with YouTube. You know what I mean?
That's true. But you get the experience of, yes, no,
I
you're
get
right.
you because
You're right.
I
No,
like
no,
movie
no, yeah.
dates.
I like movie dates too. You
Yeah,
what's not to like about a movie date? You get yourself a little popcorn.
yeah, it is cute.
You
It's
get
like
yourself
the
a
the
fucking
vibe of it is
icy.
really
That's
cute.
my shit. Wait, what do you get when you go to the movie theaters?
Okay, so do you? I was actually saving this for like a Goon or Gone thing because I actually had some this time that I was gonna go for you.
Oh my God, do it. Let's fuck it. Fucked up.
All right.
Let's play right now.
So the first one actually, and I'll move this to the top because I had a whole list, is gonna be like
Okay.
movie theaters, Goon or Gone, movie theaters where you can order actual meals. Do you fuck with that?
Oh, this is tough. This is tough because the first thought that came to my mind was, what if someone orders something that smells really disgusting?
It's usually like burgers and it's like generic American food.
Okay, I'm getting too specific about it. High level, yes, because I want to be able to eat some dim sum,
Oh,
get
okay.
myself some fucking Zankus,
I
chill at the
mean, I've
cut.
never been to a movie theater where they ordered though, like they offered those, but that would be kind of
That's
cunty.
what I'm
Not gonna
saying. So
lie.
like that would be really that would be really kind.
Yeah,
What would be even cuntier is like having Grubhub and them deliver that shit to you
to the
as
movie
you're
theater.
watching this motherfucking movie.
That's just called Netflix and chill, girl.
Yeah, but then you don't get the sex part. Well, I guess you
Oh yeah,
could in a
depends on how
dark
empty the movie theater
theater.
is.
Well, maybe that's why I like going to the movies. It's just like the anticipation of trying to get laid up in this.
Oh
What if
no,
the
I
movie
get
really
that.
sucks, but your dick doesn't? So it's like, anyway, what am I talking
But
about?
so I love like a Cinemark or something where I go and I get my little my not even little, I get a giant ass like soda. I get my big bowl of popcorn and then
What kind of
like if I
soda?
want, oh god, it changes. If I hadn't had any caffeine, it'll be like Dr. Pepper or Mountain Dew because Dr. Pepper's always good and I'm a little filthy gamer boy, so I like Mountain Dew. Um
You fucking
and if I
go-go
have
juice?
yeah, my go-go juice. Hey, it's not Monster. At least I got off the energy drinks. I was like, girl, I drank way too many of those in college. Anyway,
Fuck.
and then it'll be Sprite if it's
Mhm.
not a caffeinated soda, just because it's like bubbly and lemon lime and it's kind of summery and refreshing and it's not heavy. It feels very like
I
cunty.
I fucks with that. I fucks with that. I
Yeah.
really do. I really
What about
do.
you?
I mean, a Diet Coke, always
Okay,
classic. I love
we're
a
hitting the
diet.
diet
I love
Coke.
a fuck. It's got to be in a can, and it's got to be in the freezer for at least 30 minutes minimum, and then you got to pour it over a bunch of ice. They came from a
True.
frozen glass. Like
Real.
that shit is to me. You know what that is? That's very Delta.
Very Delta.
And
Real firm neck for ketchup.
I know for a fact she listens to this fucking podcast because she's into penis. She's into Goony and penis. That bitch fucking commented on one of my Instagram posts. I was so excited.
Did she actually? I love
She
that.
did. If you
I've
go
been hitting
to,
up do you
if
know
you
who
go
Coco
to,
Kane is?
did you say
Coco Kane,
cocaine?
yeah.
Cocaine? No, who's that?
Yeah, she's a like a local Phoenix queen. I've been talking to her quite a bit. She's so fucking cool. She's one of the nicest drag queens I've ever met. She was on Dragula.
Oh, sick. That's sick.
So you know
Yeah.
Delta.
No, well, because I fucking sent a fucking a post. And I was like, "Oh, are you goon like me?" And I tagged her.
Did you really?
Yeah, and then she was
I
like,
love.
"Yes, engorged penis." And that's how she spelled it. Penousahhh.
I mean, I love.
I said, I fucking live. I said, holy shit. That makes me so.
So tentatively, we goon for dine-in movie theaters.
Oh my god. I totally forgot we were talking about that. Yes.
Work. Okay.
Can I get pizza?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can totally order pizza there.
Then I goon. I goon real
Like in
good.
actual ones, that's like a thing you can get for sure.
Mhm.
The next one was the speaking of movies, the movie Dune. Have you seen Dune? Have you seen Dune Part 2 yet?
I feel like I saw the first one and
Mhm.
I want to say that I enjoyed it. Um, Mostly just for aesthetics. Like I thought it's a very beautiful film.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
It's very grand. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it looks huge, like everything's big. And then I tried to watch the second one, I think, and then I just was like, I just saw him ride that worm, and I was like, okay, I'm good. I couldn't get
You
into
want to
it.
ride this worm? Ooh, you want to ride this worm?
You gonna ride this worm?
Oh, fuck. Ride the worm, daddy. Oh, I want to see him ride the worm.
Oh my God, that reminds me. My spoon
Gooning in
is
the
too
Dune.
big. Do you know this? My
No.
spoon is too big. Is
No.
it?
What the fuck is
Oh
that?
my God.
Girl, where are we?
I made that voice and it sounded like that. You have to, I'm gonna send you this video. Oh my God, that shit's so classic. That's some millennial shit. I don't think you would know about that shit.
Fair. So tentatively goon for Dune for the aesthetics.
No, I goon. I goon. I
Goon.
feel like it's if I paid attention, it'd probably good. It'd be a good film.
It's very like socio-political and there's like a lot of
Maybe that's why I didn't really get
commentary
into it.
on like
Yeah,
religion and indoctrination and stuff like that. And I think it's very interesting and very like applicable to like stuff. But that's again
that's
getting in the
right.
analytical bag.
No, that's right. I feel like it's conjured memories. It's like the woman, the mom is pregnant, and like they make her believe in God, and like this kid is like the prophecy or the prophet, the
Yeah, like the
yeah,
Bene
yeah,
Gesserit, the entire
yeah.
point of religion is to like get them to believe in this kid as a
Yes,
prophet and stuff like
yeah,
that. Yeah, it's
that's correct
crazy.
in the film.
Okay.
Okay, then fuck it, tentative goon, just for the aesthetics alone.
Yeah, good, 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 good.
Yeah.
Same. The next one was bait music. Do you fuck with like
I do like beat music. There are my go-to is SoundCloud,
mhm.
and I feel like I have two or three tracks that I love. Like those are like my
Okay.
go-to.
So when we goon for that, are we gooning like do we want like moaning voiceovers? Do we want like talking voiceovers? Like what is it you go for?
Both.
Both?
It's a mixture. It's like the music, and then you just hear moaning the entire time, and then it's like verbal.
Okay. So you're not going for like storytelling. You want like verbal, like fuck
No,
yeah,
I
bro.
just want
Like
like hypno verbal. Yeah, like fuck yeah, like
okay.
big your penis, penis is so good,
Interesting.
bro. And then like people are coming and like you hear it.
Yeah, okay. I think I like both. I like just the music alone if it's like rhythmic and raunchy and it's got kind of a masculine vibe. There was a I just saw it's been like catching on now. Like somebody just like released a SoundCloud single that's literally called like Goon track or Bait track or something like that.
Hmm.
And it's literally like just generic raunchy bass house with some guy saying like fuck yeah, like bait, mate, fucking like it was kind of like oh okay work.
Of
It was kind of
course.
good.
Of course.
Um, but then I've also done like the audio stories, and then I've done the more hypnotic stuff, like you said. I mean, I've made stuff like that, right? So of course I goon for it.
Yeah, that's cool. I love that.
Yeah,
Lagoon.
goon. Next one is: have you seen a show called Smiling Friends?
Mm,
Kind of Rick and Morty vibe to it. It's very like Gen Z, very very now show.
I feel like I probably have heard of it. I don't think I've seen an episode.
Okay, it's very goofy, very absurdist. If you
Okay.
like want some brain rot content, it's gonna make you just like
What
giggle, goof, and
channel?
laugh.
Like what
Great.
network or what service?
You can watch it. I'm gonna be so for real. I don't know because I stream everything on the internet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Netflix. Oh, you just stream it like okay, yeah.
Yeah. I don't. I I
Big
don't
Brother's gonna be
condone
listening
any
to
sort
this.
of behaviors, but you know where to look. I will look right now though and tell you. I know it's an Adult Swim show.
Oh, then yes. Is there cursing in it?
Yes.
Oh, then I already love it. I love. Were you ever into the Ivy and the poison Ivy and Harley Quinn cartoons
No,
on
I've
HBO?
seen clips of it, but I've never gotten to
That's
watch it. I heard it was really good.
yeah, 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 it's so good. If it's anything like that, yeah, then I'll really enjoy it.
Okay, full work. So tentative goon, you'll have to check that.
Tentative
And
Zoogan, yeah.
then the last one was something you will know, I promise. Yu-Gi-Oh! Like old original Yu-Gi-Oh!
I don't know. I was never. I feel like I tried to when I was in my early teens to get into anime, but I never really got into it. So I'm
Oh
unfamiliar.
shit, that's right. You said you're not in the
However, it sounds very familiar, and I feel like I've come across that in some kind of reference within the in the community, the
I
beta
feel like maybe it's
community.
just me, but I've seen so many fucking like Yu-Gi-Oh memes pop up out of nowhere recently, and it's like because that's the shit I grew up with, so I think it's very like
I feel like I
very
get that
demure, very
like
mindful.
algorithms too, like on YouTube, like I'll some short will pop up. It's yes, I feel like I have reference. But
Word.
I want to say Goon, and if it falls under just like anime, like you
It's
would you
like
consider it anime?
yeah, it's like a kids anime basically, but it's about like a card game.
Yes, that sounds familiar now. Yes, yes, yes. But yeah,
Okay.
I go for anime. Yeah, for sure. I feel like
Yeah,
if I
it's very cutesy. Be good for
yeah,
anime too, apparently. Art.
very
Hell yeah.
demure, very mindful.
Watching anime with the bros. Kiss them goodnight. Very demure.
That's very demure. It's very cutesy.
Oh
Oh, I
my
fucking love
god.
them. Bless them. Fucking bless her. Like I hope
Yeah,
she lives
for
a
real.
happy, fulfilling, lovely life. She fucking deserves it.
That's all I had. It wasn't a long list. It was like
That
five
was a
things,
really good
but
one. No, that was good.
Mark. Arf.
Mm. I appreciate that game. It's nice to actually like have someone else play with you because I had no idea what you were like. I didn't know what you were gonna ask, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
how to give like
The mix in there. I got some media
authentic
stuff. Some
answer. No, I feel like you got a lot of stuff up on there. So much stuff. Um, I beat it with this bro when I was in Palm Springs. It was kind of really romantic.
Mhm.
I had seen this bro. We debated at the Bay parties, and then we were just so happened to be in Palm Springs at the same time. And he like
Oh,
cruised me on Scruff. And he was like, "What's up?" He's like, "Are you in Palm Springs?" I was like, "Oh my god, are you?" And we're like so close to him. Anyway, he ended up coming over. This gentleman has an endowed appendix.
yeah.
Like
Hmm.
he is blessed in a way that I haven't seen on another man in a while. And I'm just like, yeah, it was quite lovely. He's like a lovely person. It's very
Yeah, that's the
sexy.
best.
Yeah, yeah. He's so like modest about his
Demure.
work. He's
Oh God. Put me in jail. It's okay. I'll go willingly.
very demure. Yes. I could, yes, that's like the perfect word to describe this person. Very demure, very mindful. And they happen to be a yoga instructor.
Oh, work. So you're getting
So
that workout too while you're
that body's on point. It's
yeah.
gorgeous, and he has a huge penis, and it's gorgeous.
Should we goon for yoga? Actually, that's a good one.
We good for yoga. I
Yeah.
have always wanted to take a nude yoga class. Have you ever taken one?
No. I've never even heard of one. That sounds really cool though.
Yes.
Work.
It's a very gay. Come
Yeah.
to WeHo and you'll find some homo instructor be like, I offer naked yoga in my home for like a
I'm gonna
low.
rectify. I goon for watching yoga, but
Mhm.
physically, I'm more of like a swimmer. I like, and that's part of why I have the body type that I do. Like, whenever I exercise, it has to be like a swimming exercise because otherwise, I end up in like a lot of pain. It's not cute. It's not fun. But like swimming, I love. Oh, I could just spend years in the water, like a little puppy paddle.
I realized I do like water. For a long time, I was like, am I like a water person? Blah, blah. And then I realized that I don't like beaches, but I love a pool.
Yeah,
Like I love a pool.
pool
Clean.
parties are the only time I go outside in Phoenix. Are you kidding me? Like, yeah, it's too hot. I'm gonna go
I
get in water
want
somewhere.
I need friends that have like a private home with a pool and they be throwing like
It's the
fucking like
best.
skinny dipping parties. Like I just want to be able to like
Yeah,
take off my
gay
clothes,
nude pool parties.
eat a hot
Uh,
dog and like vibe.
Goon for gay nude pool parties.
I just like
Absolutely.
being naked. I'm such an exhibitionist.
Yeah. My favorite is getting to go to one of those and like people know the vibe for me and like
Mhm.
they know like my content and stuff. But
Are
they
you?
haven't said it. But they're gonna like walk over and they'll be like, "Oh, are you a good boy?" Uh-huh.
Oh my God, you
And
must
then
have like
petting me
so
and then
many
they're
like
like,
handlers. Wait, would you call them handlers?
uh
I'm sorry.
potential handlers, sure.
I
No,
feel
potential
like
handlers,
that's very
sure. No.
ignorant to ask that
No.
question.
No, it's the like when I think of a handler, it's like someone that has dedicated like time and energy and probably has a puppy already. But like random guys knowing how to handle a pup is always hot, but doesn't necessarily make them a handler. Maybe it's like a one-off thing. They're like, oh, this guy's a puppy. Let me like see
Well,
what
no,
this is
because I
about.
feel like you're like a true pup. Like you give very that. Like there's no mistake about that. So I'm just like, you must have a lot of suitors. Like you would just have a lot of like alpha men or pups or like, that
Yeah,
are dogs. I don't know what you would call them. Sorry. Like
yeah, whatever. I know what you mean.
I'm like dudes like wanting to like date you and shit. Cause you give off like cute puppies. Like
I do. I think I'm also a little more guarded than I let on. So like the
like
pup
it's
thing is fun and cute, but there's also like me behind it. So there's a level of separation
I've been
there.
having these feelings of like extreme maleness of like wanting to like serve and protect and serve, protect,
That's like a
protect and
cop motto.
protect and provide.
Oh, work. That's very daddy.
Yeah, and I'm just like, wait a minute, what is
Yeah.
this? What am I feeling
I've had
here?
that more too lately, if
Yeah,
anything. Yeah, actually, it's been kind of hitting because I've had like now that I'm filling out more and I get more guys calling me like daddy in DMs and stuff. I'm like,
Jesus,
I thought this would be weirder than it is. Also, I'm having this like, I don't know, maybe it's like a big brother instinct, maybe it's like a daddy. I don't really know. I don't really understand it, but
it's
there's something kind of
something.
hot about like, especially when it's again another consenting adult that's like a hot guy and he's like, yeah, I want you to like take care of me, daddy, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, that sounds lovely.
no, I totally agree 100%. Um,
Or
and I'm just like, yeah, it's wild. I was just like, where's this feeling? Like I've never felt this way before.
nerf.
Um, so like like just feeling that I've just been wanting to like maybe that's why it hit harder or like maybe that's why it was like so like
Because you had that feeling
impacted.
about this guy.
Yeah, because I was just like, oh, this is and also too, like I don't crush on a lot of people.
Fair, I don't either.
It takes a very long time. Like it's a very specific I don't know. And so like I hadn't crushed on someone like this in a very long time. So then I was like,
Mhm.
ah, I just know that's not gonna happen again for a while. I mean, no, I don't know that. It's a very like no, I want to rephrase that.
Maybe we're
Um,
almost opposites on that because I find myself, I'm like, I don't get those feelings often either. But when I
yeah,
do, it doesn't take a long time. It's usually very fast. And I'm like,
that
I
you're
don't know. Maybe
over it.
it's because I feel like I have a good read on people. But like,
Hmm.
if I find somebody that I'm clicking with,
Yeah,
and it's usually very quick. It's like the first 4 or 5 times we hang out, and then I'm like, I think this could be a thing. And
four or
then like
five.
overnight, I'm like, oh, I really like this person. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, it usually goes pretty well. There's only been a couple occasions where like I have no qualms with being like, hey, this is not going where I thought it was gonna go, and I really like you, but wish you all the best. Think we should take separate directions, kind of a thing. But like most of the time, it works out fine.
Mm,
But yeah, I'm very
I
fast
like
about it.
that is really. I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty fast at it too, but I don't want to be. You know what I'm
I
saying?
kind of wish I was slower about it. Yeah,
Because it's like an actual. It's like a nice feeling. Like it's a positive emotion. Or, do you know what I'm saying? Like why wouldn't you
it's
want
like
to live with
emotional
that?
edging a little bit.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
shocking.
that is so
Micro.
good. That is so good.
Yeah,
Emotional edging. Wow.
it can
Wow.
be, but one of the things with that, right, is that similar to like bait culture and all that stuff, is there's a healthy way to do it and there's an unhealthy way to do it. You
Yeah.
know, as long as you're treating yourself kindly and you know when you're riding that edge for fun and when you're riding that edge because it's distracting you from something else going on. You know,
Mm,
when something isn't gonna. And I only
yeah.
say that because I've had those situations where I've been over investing in someone because it's like an escape from something else, and then I have to like kind of take a step back and be like, "Hey, girl, get yourself together." You know what I mean?
Yes. I do know what you
Sure.
mean.
See, I can help with therapy stuff
It's
sometimes.
funny.
I am not a licensed therapist,
It's
but I
funny
am a
you
good
bark.
listener.
You are a good listener, actually. It's nice. It's nice to be heard.
Sure.
It's like weird as that sounds. Um, yeah, I don't know.
That weed's hidden now.
Yeah, and it's a freaking indica too.
Oh, nice.
Because they had
I've
a
been getting super
BOGO
into. Oh, cool. What strain is it?
at I don't
If you don't know, it's fine.
well, I have it here. Let's see what it
Oh,
is.
work.
They're lime joints. But they're infused, so they hit heavy, which I love.
Ooh, work.
It's an indica. Oh yeah, I told you that. You're talking about what? The strain? I didn't know what the strain is.
Yeah. If it doesn't say it on there, it's probably like a commercialized product. So it's like a
Yeah.
couple different strains.
Then yes.
Yeah. No, I've been super into like weed and getting into like terpenes and stuff.
Mm.
Which to my understanding is sort of like the thing that shapes the high you have, even more so than like indica or sativa. There are certain terpenes that like make you more physically sensitive or make you more relaxed or work as like an entourage effect to give you more medical benefits, or like that's kind of where the medical research has gone with all of it.
Mhm.
And experimenting with those and finding strains that like hit for me really well. So like I like one amnesia haze, and this is all legal where I live, by the way. um Called amnesia haze, that has like a terpene profile that gets me super relaxed but also super
Mhm.
horny at the same time,
Yeah.
and that's like a super mellow feeling. I love
Yeah.
it. I
Nice.
like the get lost in the stony haze and for a while. That's my favorite.
Yeah, I feel like my bait is giving me a lot of anxiety.
Really?
Because you just did that motion and I just realized that I haven't baited in a couple of days and I'm trying to like that's another thing that I'm like having um
Ooh,
conflict with.
okay. What's that about?
So I don't know, so then I talked to another bro and he's just like, what are you doing? And I was like, well, I smoke poppers, porn. He's like, oh, it's the weed. Like you gotta cut that weed shit out. It's giving you too much anxiety. And I'm just like, yeah, you're probably right.
It can. Yeah, certain strains are for some people just any weed at all will always
And I
make you
easily
anxious.
disassociate as it is.
Yeah,
I'm for
not great.
sure the fucking weed isn't helping.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I've dissociated like so many times during our conversation.
Ooh. Yeah.
But don't take offense to that. It happens.
No, I don't take
I
offense to it. That's not
I
something you can control.
no, I can't. Like my mind will just literally wander off. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
It's the most bizarre thing.
I mean, my brain kind of does that because it like ADHD, but it's not dissociating. It's more just like jumping points to different things that I like want to incorporate. But like that sounds, what you're going through sounds scary.
Like I'll like start thinking of something that hasn't happened and I'll create like a scenario and my mind will just go there. It's the most bizarre thing. Like
What's
I'll
that
make
thing Tammy Brown said in that podcast? It was like, that's when you check those thoughts for later and go masturbate.
yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. You're totally right. But then the poppers don't help either because the poppers is a head rush, so then that only increases the association. It's very bizarre.
Yeah, I don't.
I feel like I
I
may
think I'm
have like
leaning out of them.
trauma around my sex. I feel like
Yeah,
I was talking to I did a episode with Jason Tantra. Are you familiar with Jason Tantra?
yeah, I've seen his stuff.
Yeah, so I interviewed him for the pod that'll be out soon. But he asked me, he's like, oh, because I was talking about this or something similar, and he was like, do you have trauma in your sex? And I was like, yes, I know I do, but I don't know what capacity, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you
So
don't
then
like the
that's
root cause of it or
yeah,
how bad
exactly.
it is.
Which is really fucked up to think about because I'm just like, was it that bad that I just don't remember? I think that's what's giving me anxiety.
Yeah, that that stuff can be scary, but it's good that you're willing to talk about it and even contemplate that it might be a thing. You know what I mean? Like that does take a level of vulnerability that not everyone has.
Yeah, no, yes, thanks. Sometimes, dude, I think that's my neurodivergence again, where I'm just like, I don't go, like, I don't even think that's so extreme.
No,
Like,
that's the thing is it's not.
I didn't even like hesitate to like share that information willingly. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
No, the girl, don't take what I said and twist it. No,
No,
I'm saying that's a good thing because some people don't have that. You know what I mean? Some people have too many walls there, or too
no, I don't
difficult for them
want
to
you to
talk
feel
about.
that way. It's the weed. I swear to God, it's the weed. I swear to God, it's the weed. I should stop smoking this infused shit. That's fucking me up. It hits too heavy.
Yeah, I take my little teeny tiny puff. I'm very with anything I'm gonna do. I'm gonna like do a shitload of research on all the different aspects of it as deep as I can go, and then I'm gonna be very measured about my approach to it because I want to make sure I'm not like treating it as some kind of like coping mechanism or escape. I want those to be in my brain and for me to like know how I'm using those and not to be external. Other than nicotine, I guess that's my one little allowance that I give myself. But I've also ordered nicotine gum recently, so I'm trying to quit smoking. It's been going pretty well.
That's really good. Actually, you should be really proud of yourself for like trying to quit smoking.
Yeah, I've done it before. I picked it up again because I was going through like some really stressful shit. It's
The
for
more
me
you
the
quit, the more you're inclined to quit forever.
yeah, it's that, and it's also like it's not difficult for me to quit the nicotine part. The withdrawal sucks, and that's more what the gum is for. For me, it's the oral fixation of like needing to do a thing. It's the
I'm
fidgeting
needing to put something in your mouth.
a little bit, yeah. Is it the gum or eventually I'll shift from gum to like non-nicotine like lollipops or something for a little bit and I'll be fine.
Mm.
And then I'll just go with dicks.
Well, no, I think that's great. I think, you have the resources, that you can get to be successful. And
Yeah.
it's good. Like cigarettes are bad. Like, it's true what they tell you. Like when you're a kid, like don't smoke cigarettes are disgusting. Not to
Yeah.
make you, I'm sorry.
No,
Like I
you're
don't
fine.
okay.
I mean, I'm pretty gross. But I've actually seen a bunch of there's been like a weird uptick in like the Gooner spaces of like people having like fetish videos of like, fuck yeah,
Mhm.
bro, pick up a cigarette. And I'm like, what are we huh? Like,
When someone asked me that, sorry, can you hear me?
you're good.
Someone asked me that not too long ago. They were like, "Oh, I want to come over and like service you." By the way, do you smoke cigarettes? And I was like, "No, it's a
Yeah, so
thing."
people find that really hot, I guess. I mean, I kind of get it. Like, I find like, have you ever seen like a video or like a picture of like a really big beefy bear dude like smoking a cigar?
It's hot.
There's something about that that's very like effortlessly masculine, and
Is
I
he
do kind of get
hairy?
that.
Is his back hairy?
I'm sure it. Take your pick. Yeah, you know what I mean.
All
It's
of
like a
it.
thing.
All of it needs to be hairy. Yeah, no, that's so
Or
sexy.
it is sexy, but like I don't know. I think I've tried to, as someone that does smoke, you have to like draw a separation between what's hot in a kink atmosphere and what's like actually a problem. And for me, if that's a problem, then that's fine. It's something I have to work through. It doesn't mean it's bad on the whole, but
Right.
it is still weird for me to see people fetishizing the idea of smoking. But I choose to look at it kind of similar to how I choose to look at hypnosis in general, and that it's all like escapist role play for the sake of release and not necessarily something people are actually trying to do.
What, to get hypnotized?
Yeah, like hypnosis in general is just like, oh,
Oh,
if you
to
want
like
to like
make you
be
stop
hypnotized to
smoking?
jerk off to gay porn or something or whatever, like you're definitely gay. Like, but
Oh
like
god.
something you're doing is like a release to, you know,
Yeah, no, I don't need no hypno shit for that.
right. I don't either. But
That's just
or like another good example is like
I
puppy
love gay
hypno
blood
stuff.
drugs. Huh?
I know I'm like a
Mhm.
human pup. I don't ever actually think that I'm a real dog, but sometimes you find a good hypnophile that's like, you're just a dumb puppy. And I'm like, uh-huh,
But I mean
and like it
that's
hits
it. But that isn't that it? Isn't that you? Aren't you like a dead pup?
a little bit. Yeah, I
That's
am.
hot. Isn't that the goal? Like
But it's
that's
more
what
what I
hippos
mean
are.
is that
Like
it's more like a self-aware role play thing than it is
oh,
anything actually
absolutely. Yes,
real.
yes, 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 yes. Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
I'm
Yes.
not gonna listen to one of these and then try and walk around on the street on all fours barking at people. Like that would be unhinged.
Why does that sound like a documentary I saw? It's a, I think it was a
Uh
woman. She was raised by dogs and she straight up had dog behavior. It was wild.
I mean, yeah, that is probably a thing.
Isn't that so wild?
Yeah. That's actually a
Like
conversation I had
human
about,
brain and the human condition, like environment fucking matters.
yeah, I don't know
Like that
about
shit
that
is
too much.
real. Like if you were like, no, that makes sense. It's like in the situation that you're born, if it's like that traumatic, it like fundamentally changes who you are. I mean, this
But yeah, and I
person thought
mean,
she was a dog.
yeah,
That's
kids who grow
wild.
up around like not humans tend to have very different psychological functions than like
Yeah,
your
you're right.
average society born individual. But that was a conversation I had with someone recently about like hypno and stuff, is that it's like, oh, but like what about all the people that have like been hypnotized to do bad things? And I'm like, that's not hypnosis. That's someone exploiting a neurodivergent person that can't tell the difference between reality and fiction. And that's like fucked up.
That is
It's not
fucked up.
hypnosis. It's not hypnosis being real. It's someone getting exploited that is probably
That's
neurodivergent.
yeah, no, you're totally
Like,
right.
but that's also just such like a, I guess that's part of the education I have to give to people is it's like, just because that bad stuff happens doesn't mean the thing itself is bad. But I guess that applies to a lot of things in life. It's how
True.
you use it or whatever.
No, I totally agree. I think you're totally right. I'm gonna call this like The Bate Escape After Hours.
I like it. It's actually, yeah, that's
I
what
like
this
it.
is.
It is. Wait, when is yes, it is. It's so true. Gosh. How hot is it in Arizona?
It was.
It's
I have my
beginning
phone.
like this week has been up in the 90s, bro. It's
Right
been
now at 10:50 p.m. It is 90 degrees outside.
yeah, it's got to get up to the hundreds during the day.
Yeah, it was 106 today.
What do you do in that type of heat? Like,
I don't go outside.
yeah, that's a smart
Like I
move.
said, I go outside for like a gay nude pool party, and that's it. And that's not even a joke. Like I just don't go outside if I can help it.
A gay nude pool party. That's amazing.
They're the best.
They are the best.
You tell me somewhere I can go that someone's gonna put on like some good house music from like the 90s, and then I
No,
can
they'll
like
put
put on
on
my
your
dog
album.
mask. Put on my album.
Yeah,
I
man.
have
The
had
one
friends
that
put on my album in the car before. That was really cute of them. I was like,
that's
oh,
fun. Yeah, like support your bros like endeavors, like, passions, hobbies. That's cool. I
or
wish I
just
was
like somewhere.
musical.
Yeah,
I want to be, yeah, like it'd be fun. Like, I want to be a rock star for a day or something. That'd be so cool.
that's what the back when I switched from doing AI research and development stuff to media arts production, one of my
Mhm.
professors was like, "So you just want to be a rock star, huh?" I was like, "Damn, girl, clock me."
It's so true though. Like Rockstar City. Like imagine what that must feel like just like standing on stage and having like thousands of people like just screaming for you. That's cool.
I have that fantasy when I'm gooning sometimes, like with my porn stuff, with the idea that like while I'm filming, somebody somewhere, if not a couple people, if not a lot of people, are probably also jerking off to the idea of me, and that's kind of hot.
That is hot. That is so hot.
And it's like a feedback loop because then they're the reason that I'm making the porn, and then the porn makes them want to do it more, and then I get in my
It's
head,
just
and
like
it's like a horny spiral.
yeah, like a horny spiral of just like sex.
Yeah.
Sex, sex,
Or-
sex, 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 sex. Have you seen that episode of Broad City? Do you
no,
watch
I've
Broad
not seen
City?
Broad Seed at all. No.
Oh my God, you have to watch Broad City. There's this guy that walks down the street and his glow sticks. It's just sack, 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 sack. Uh, uh, uh.
You have
I like
really nice pecs. Sorry, what?
say again.
I said you have really nice pecs. Sorry, what?
Thanks. It's so
Or,
hot here. I feel just like ugh.
or
Um, I was gonna say, fuck. Wait, are you into aliens? So I saw this movie, Alien Romulus, and it was quite good.
yeah. No,
Yeah, I
I
enjoyed it.
love alien shit. I love paranormal movies, so I love like ghost movies, alien movies, shit like that. I don't like
Do you know
slashers and like
this?
serial killer stuff. I like paranormal stuff.
Wait, do you not like Scream movies, the Scream franchise?
Scream, I guess, is a little bit different because it's older and it's easier to watch. Like Saw, I can't do. Saw
No,
is too much.
I've never got into Saw. I can never get into Saw.
Yeah, Scream is
No.
okay. I wouldn't say Scream is bad. I just wouldn't prefer
Uh-huh.
it over something like the original Paranormal Activity was pretty good.
That one was actually pretty good. Yeah, yeah, I'll agree with you
Yeah,
on that. Yeah.
or like
Well,
Aliens or Alien versus Predator,
but
stuff like that. I
do
love
you
shit
like
like
the
that.
Alien franchise? Are you familiar with it?
Yeah,
Like this,
yeah, like
like
Alien,
the
Aliens.
80s? Yeah.
Yeah, with Sigourney
Um,
Weaver was in the first one,
yeah,
right?
they do a good job of referencing those movies in this film, which is really nice. It was a nice
Hell
touch.
yeah.
Um,
People make porn
but
of
I
those
wouldn't say
aliens.
there's like they make porn.
Yeah, of those aliens. Like
Yes,
the
yeah,
little
I'm not
mouth sucking a
down.
dick.
No, that's see, I'm not down.
That's God. We don't goon for that.
No, that's so gone because the idea of having these aliens just chomp down on your genitals, like you are dead. You are
That's some it's some
death,
monster fucker shit. People that want to
death,
fuck monsters.
death by alien, like like
Ugh.
on the dick. Like, are you kidding me? Like, he would destroy your entire pelvis. Like, he would just like through bone.
Okay, but you're telling me like those face hugger things, if instead of like a little spine, it was like a dick that went in your mouth, that would be kind of hot. Come on, that would
No,
be a
because
little
that thing is
hot.
disgusting. It just looks like an overgrown roach. Like, it's so gross.
It's a little hot.
Okay, I'm gonna give that one to you, brother. That is
I'll
all.
take the L.
That is all for you. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's terrifying. There was moments in that film where there's like a few jump scares. The person next to me got jump scared too. I could feel them jump, and I was like, "Oh,
Well,
girl."
it's like, did you ever like watch a werewolf movie where you thought the werewolf was kind of hot?
Yeah, but I feel like that's different.
That's what I mean. Is it like that stuff is just a less extreme version of the whole like, because like monster fucking as like a niche in a community is a whole thing on its own, just
Wait,
like
did I come
furries.
off as judgmental? I'm
No, not at
sorry.
all.
Oh, okay.
You came off as someone that didn't know about it, which is totally fine.
No, I get it. Like, if you want to fuck an alien, that's cool.
No, it's
But
totally good. I get you.
okay, all right. I just want to make that clear. And
You apologize too much.
I
You're
do
fine.
apologize too much. I should just see. This is why I don't go viral because I don't talk my shit and stand by it. I just gotta be like, fuck it. Well, this is after hours, y'all.
We
This
talked
shit
about that
gets
last time.
this
It's
shit gets
hot to be
dirty.
dumb and to say you're dumb and to be like, yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
I'm
And
so
what?
dumb. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I,
Both of us, we both are, honey. It's okay. We'll be dumb together.
I love it though. I love being a dumb himbo. Like just like
Yeah, it's the
feed
best.
me and sex me, bathe me. That'll be fun.
I'll throw teach me in there somewhere because I like that too.
I'm gonna be
Educate me,
a
daddy. Ooh.
farmer. I want to be a farmer.
Really?
Yeah, I want to complete like my himbo daddy farmer next door vibe. I think
And be
that's
a
what
farm animal. I'll be
I
a
think I think that's what I'm going
bull
for.
or milk me daddy. Ooh.
Yes, you could be a bull. I was
Oh
just
yeah.
thinking about that and I was like, doesn't that seem so pleasant? Like just like living in some like cabin and like fucking walking down to the creek with your dog.
Yeah. It's very like escape from the strives of
Yet
living in a big
again,
city like that, you know?
yet again, just trying to escape my problems.
I didn't notice that I said it like that, but now that you pointed
I
out,
just picked up on that word escape. Maybe I was just thinking about my podcast, the Bate Escape. Hey,
the Bate
oh
Escape.
my
I mean,
God, I
that is
even
literally
called
the
it
name
the
of the podcast.
even I
Really.
called it after the oh my God,
The
I have a
call's coming from
problem.
inside the house.
It really is. Hi, hello. It's me, I'm the problem. I really am, girl. Yeah.
No, no.
No, it's true. Like subconsciously, I'm just
Well,
constantly trying to escape my reality.
well, that's like a
Because I feel
normal
like I
thing to
don't
do.
navigate the world in a very authentic way, which
You feel like
probably
you
has to
don't?
do, yeah, and I feel like that just has to do with masking all the time.
Yeah, in part. But that's kind
So
of what I was saying is like
kind
it's
of
kind of a natural thing, but like at the end of the day, it's about learning how to be
also like
yourself more.
it's very intersectional. Like it's very like ugh, yeah, it's just difficult.
Yeah, I mean like
Life's just hard, bro. Like life is just like existing is like tiresome. It's
it truly
exhausting.
is.
It's exhausting.
But then you have cute little moments like this where two dumb himbos get on a podcast together and talk about the Dune
Random.
movie and it's
Right.
vibey and it's cute and it's cunty. And we
Mhm.
live.
It's true. No, it's true.
Arf.
Uh, oh man.
Something about that was very like Nintendo Mario. Like it was very cute.
Oh my gosh. I make like the weirdest noises.
I love
Okay,
it.
so like I'm trying to do this thing where I'm like trying to practice being more grateful.
Yeah, like mindfulness like meditation stuff.
Yeah, so let's do that. So think throughout your day and
Okay.
then think of the thing that you were most grateful for in that day. And I feel like I already have mine, so I'll start.
Okay.
And it was So I really enjoy making oat milk matcha lattes in the morning. So like at
Hmm.
work, I'll get in, do my thing, make myself a latte, get to my emails. It's a thing. So we ran out, and there's literally like a Blue Bottle Cafe like directly across from my office.
Hmm.
Um, and I went there and I treated myself to their matcha oat milk latte, and they're so good. They're so delicious. It's like such a treat.
Yeah, you gotta have your little
And
treats.
that's what I was grateful for today. Like I was grateful for that one thing. It was so tasty and so like just so pleasant and joyful.
That's really
Yeah.
fucking sweet. Or
Yeah.
I
And
think
then enjoy it. What about you?
I think mine was a conversation I had with somebody tonight at the Phoenix Boys of Leather meeting, actually. I've been around that group for like 3 years now,
Mhm.
and I was talking to him about how like yeah, I've been around a while, but I don't really have any interest in labeling myself as a boy of leather because I'm just not sure about whether or not that position fits me, if that's something that like I want for myself, or
Mhm.
if that's I think that's the way they see me. I'm not really sure if I feel like that's the way I see myself yet or if I'm comfortable with that, but it was kind of a
Mm.
conversation about how like even if I wasn't that, how could I integrate myself and be more involved and participate actively in a way that isn't weird for everyone. And he was very open and receptive and very like validating of my position and all that and shared some stories of his own about it. But was just generally like there are X, Y, and Z things that you can do, and this other internal conversation that you're having about your position is something most people go through, and ultimately it's your choice. But it sounds like almost too much thinking the way he was wording it to me, and I'm like, I'm glad someone can clock my tendency to overthink things and call me out on it in a way that isn't invalidating because it's always nice. Some people can be a little more rough about that kind of thing, and we've talked about that before. I like a gentle hand, so I'm very appreciative of that whole conversation and the way that he handled it and the way that I felt afterwards.
Yeah, for sure. Fuck.
Was that a lot? Sorry.
No, it was just fine. It's just a lot to process. Like I feel like
Yeah,
I'm in the same boat. Like I'm definitely like an overthinker, but like
I
bad, like
my
bad, like
issues are
why? Like
existential and they're very internal dialogue
what
driven.
do you just question your existence every day?
I don't know if I'd say every, well, I can't say not every day, but it's just
What are
like
your
a
thoughts on
constant,
death then?
oh God, are we, I mean, we can go there.
Give me like the
It's,
dummies, like death for dummies version.
um, well, let
Like
me do the first one first, then I'll answer that because that's I think a little more heavy of a topic. I think the
okay, we don't
existential
have to talk
like
about it.
questioning. No, it's not that I don't want to. It's so for me the existential questioning thing is more just like it's constantly going in the back of my head, like at
Hmm.
all times, at any given moment. It's like a thing that I can access, and I think that like maybe that's part of my ADHD is that my brain is having 8 million conversations with itself at once.
Got it.
Um, and that's not really something I can control. It just kind of happens. But learning how to navigate that has been like a useful tool. But um, not all of the existential questioning stuff is like harmful in nature. Some of it's just like some of it is what we just did, right? It's practicing mindfulness, and it's like,
Yeah,
hey, have we done this enough lately? Should we do more of this? Some of it
yeah.
is like, hey, man, we live in a fucking society. Isn't that crazy? You know what I mean? Like some of it's that, and there's other stuff too. But I think the death thing and um is I don't know. I go back and forth on it a lot as someone that has almost dedicated his entire life to like making thinking machines that could theoretically exist for eternity. The concept is very off-putting because it's like the things that I could have potentially done with my life would have made me question it even more than I already do.
Hmm.
Um, but I think I choose to look at it as a thing that gives meaning to life because it's like things that go on forever tend to get kind of boring because it's just there. It doesn't really change. It doesn't really ultimately it was just there forever. But like I said, that's like a This is like a whole other thing.
No, I think that's a really good perspective.
I'm very
It's like,
optimistic.
man,
I'm an optimistic person in general.
yeah, I got the vibe. I feel like, yeah, you definitely give up optimistic vibe. Um, that's cool.
What about you? Do we want to
What?
get into that with you?
Death? I
Yeah, how
forgot
are
of death. I don't like thinking about
no, okay. So we're done with that.
it. Death is fucking weird. I have a very like like view of death. Like it's very angsty.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's very like why is this person like I don't understand why they don't exist anymore. They were just here. Like, and then I get really
Yeah,
into
very
like
like almost
bratty
object
about it.
permanency. Like
Yeah,
just yeah.
like it's just
Okay.
silly. Like what is life? Like we live for like 90 years and we're dead. Like what is the point? I don't know, I just um get very odd or not odd. It's not odd. It's a very valid feeling that I'm having.
Yeah. It sounds maybe a little bit defeatist in nature, but like not in a way that you can't combat with things like mindfulness. So,
That's
it's
true. I'm trying to be very demure, very mindful these days.
yeah, and that's good. That's like a positive step forward, and something you should want for yourself. Arf.
Yeah. Yeah,
Arf, 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 arf,
self-awareness.
arf, arf.
I have definitely been needing
What?
just like started singing in dog.
Hey.
Um I have definitely been feeling the need to definitely go back to therapy for sure, for sure. I
If
miss
that
it.
helps you, yeah, please do it.
I miss my old therapist. She was dope. And then it can't get mad at her trying to get that money, that coin, but she got too pricey for me. Like she went away for a little while because she was like, "Oh, I have to go like do some business." And then she came back. She was like, I work for another, or not a firm. What do you call a place that's full of therapists?
Another like practice or clinic.
Practice. Yeah, I work for another
Yeah.
practice. And they don't take your insurance. So I was like, well, fuck me.
Oh, rip. Yeah, that sucks.
And then she like tried to like do like a balance scale or thing or whatever, but it wasn't effective. Like I just didn't feel like having that would be very because I feel like therapy you gotta go like every week to really get the benefits. Like I know that's extreme and a lot of people I know I couldn't afford that, but like I feel like that cadence is really what you need. In the beginning, I feel like. And then like once you do the work and like things get a little better, easier, like you're able to handle more emotionally, you have the skill set, then you can lessen it. But I know for me, like I saw this woman every week for like almost a year, maybe. And it was really helpful, really, really helpful.
Yeah, it sounds like you benefited from it.
Excuse me.
So
Also, too, like I just feel like it's very challenging to find a therapist that you vibe with because that shit matters. And
yes,
people
it
out
does.
there who have therapists or are going to therapy, I fucking see you. And bitch, you better fucking do it because shit. That's hot. To be self-aware enough to be like, I'm fucked, I need therapy. I will suck your dick.
I love an emotionally vulnerable man. Yes. That is so you are so real for that.
Because I'm just like, okay, like I would want that in a partner, like to just be like, I'm gonna go take care of me because I know I'm fucking crazy. Vice
Yeah.
versa, and just be like, let's just meet in the center when we get. Have you ever seen this show called Couples Therapy? It was on Showtime. It ran for like 4 seasons. I was trying to binge watch it, but then my free trial gave out.
No, I
It's
have
so
not
good.
seen that show.
It's basically like real couples being filmed
Mm.
with a real like therapist,
Oh,
and they fucking get into it some shit. You're just like, whoa, like
yeah.
the vulnerability, so brave of
Yeah.
these people to come on this show and just like
On
air it. It's
TV.
real. And it's real. It looks like a drama. It's filmed that way, but it's like a
Yeah.
real show. Like it's real couples. It's so good. People
Yeah.
out there who like are into that shit, if y'all watching that shit, drop a comment. Let me know who your favorite couple was. There was this wild couple. This woman was just literally berate her husband at one point. I'm paraphrasing, but she's like, "Your life literally means nothing." And I was like, "Whoa!" Like it was just like so intense. I was like, I cannot believe she just said that to like her husband. It was so wild.
Like
Do you believe in marriage?
class A projection, first of all. Like if she feels that way about herself, she's just putting that on her man. And marriage, do I believe in marriage? I
Sure.
mean, I believe in like the idea of lifelong partners and things. I don't know if the concept of like religious marriage or financial government marriage are healthy.
I don't
I
believe in
don't
marriage at all.
I don't know. To me, the idea of what marriage is supposed to mean is nice. I don't like the way it's used in practice, either religiously or financially. I think they're both kind of weird.
They're kind of gross, huh?
Yeah, like there's something very noble and very honorable about, and Katya talked about this on Bald and the Beautiful recently, but like the idea of making a sacrifice for someone you love, to say that like we both acknowledge that we have urges and desires to be with other people, but we're going to work through that and only be there for each other, and that's something that gives us both a benefit that outweighs the costs for us. That's really like I said, sweet and honorable and noble, but like I don't think that you need to be married to do that. So like what is the point then? You know?
You're right. I don't know. I don't know what the point is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't
I don't
even
know.
get like a pup to give me a back rub. Well, what the fuck am I thinking about marriage?
I would give you a back rub. I don't know
I
what you
am
mean.
so solosexual. It hurts.
Yeah.
Have you been hearing this discourse going on in the community about how like Goonie has become so mainstream and like it's taken away its authenticity from like real gooners? Have you been hearing about this
Yes.
buzz? What's your
Yeah.
take? Give me a two
So
cent.
again, I'm just heavily opinionated on everything all the time apparently. But like I understand the premise that like corporatizing something in a way does take away from the foundational members of a group, right?
Mhm.
So like corporatizing pride, for example, is now it's less about pride and it's more about buying a rainbow Pepsi can. And even the gays kind of clock that and they're like, girl, you're not actually anything. You're just a corporation that's trying to pander for the sake of profits. And that's weird and gross. And I think I do understand people who have an issue with that with gooning and they don't want it to go that direction. But at the same time, there's always also going to be this other part of me that wants to push back and say something being mainstream or being visible is not a bad thing because it normalizes it for people that otherwise would never have heard about it or never been exposed to it. Even if the way that they were brought into that is through some corporate bullshit, it's like maybe it will end up bringing them to something that really speaks to them and gives them an outlet in their life that they desperately needed, you know?
Yes, I
So there's
do
a push
know.
and pull with it.
Yeah, I feel like with anything, like I try to live more in the gray of things, not be so black and white about shit. So I feel like both are completely valid. Um, but I lean more towards, I think good. Like it's bringing more attention
I do tend to
to
lean
like
that
a
way too.
subculture that people would ordinarily make fun of or not give validity in this sex space. But we are like we're completely valid. And so that's fine. You can appropriate all you want. I think my other argument was like gooner say gooner. You're right. Like if you're a gooner, if that's really who you are, truly, like no one's gonna take that from you.
Yeah. Also, ultimately, like it's up to the individual to decide whether or not they like something or don't like something. It will
Right.
always be that way. So, like, if you're one of the gays that clocks that Pepsi is doing their rainbow ad or whatever, and is like, "Fuck you," you're not actually, that's fine. Some other
Imagine.
gay in bumfuck nowhere, Idaho, is gonna be like, "Oh my god, Pepsi's doing the rainbow cans. Look, ma, like it's cool to be gay, and like that's
Ima-
valid too. Like, live." You know what I
that's
mean? Like,
yeah,
I
that's
don't care as long as everybody's happy.
true. Imagine Pepsi doing a gooner ad. It's just some guy gooning over Pepsi. He's like, Pepsi, Pepsi,
The way
Pepsi.
I would purchase it.
I would
I
purchase a
would
Pepsi. Like,
anyway, but
I gotta get me some Pepsi. Nah, better Diet Coke. Coke. Coke should do
yeah.
that shit because I'd be more inclined to get Coke. Although I feel like I haven't had a Pepsi in a really long time. Maybe I might change my mind.
I also think we live in a time period where like I said with and I keep using the pride stuff as an example, but like so many people do clock it, but I don't think it matters as much. Like it doesn't matter how many corporations try and profit off pride. People are always like, especially queer people who understand how this shit works now. Like we've been there, we've done been new. We're like, fuck you, we're gonna go support like local actual queer
Queer
companies and
companies,
like
yeah. Some
yeah. So like I think we're more than capable of self-regulating on that kind of stuff. And if the only bad part about it becoming mainstream is corporations getting a hold of it, we already know how to deal with that. Like and what? You know what I mean?
and what? Yeah, you're right. I feel like we're very um we can see to the bullshit.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. But I can totally see how like, longtime gooners can be upset about it. I think it's more of like the monetization, like making profit off of it. But that's like just been history. That's just been like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing new.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's a fundamental
was
issue
that,
with like
was that
capitalistic
what you were
systems.
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And that
yeah,
like I do see it from that perspective for that reason, but I also don't think that like sending a tweet about being angry about corporations finding out about gooning is gonna fix it either. Sorry, you know what I mean? Like it just doesn't.
just goon, just
Yeah,
keep
just go
gooning,
do what you're doing. Yeah,
do what you do, you know.
I also understand what because you said like the older people in the community, people that have been there for longer. I also understand that perspective because it's like when we were doing this, it wasn't cool and it wasn't profitable and it wasn't, and that there's a level of like not jealousy, but maybe like envy about it, and it's like rational. It's rational
Mm.
to be up. Oh God, 1 second. I'm getting a call. No, don't fucking call me. Okay, there we go. Um,
Ooh.
I'm busy, girl. Like later. Um, but no. What was I saying? Yeah.
Just
There's like a
follow me.
rational envy there that like they should have gotten their bag. You know, just like
Yeah.
with the queer BIPOC trans people that are like
Mhm.
getting all this shit going that haven't gotten their
Mhm.
bag, they have every right to be upset about it. And I do get it from that too. And they should get their fucking bag. But I think that there is another solution to that than being like, you're not allowed to like this. It's not allowed to be mainstream. Like, shut up. Let people enjoy things.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yes, I agree. I could see that. I could definitely see that. I was just like, the more the merrier. Like, I think they're trying it on, and that's cool
Yeah.
too. Like, experiment. Like, so, um,
It sounds like you make the concerted effort not to be elitist about it the same way I do, which is
no,
a big
like,
part of
I'm
it for
not
me.
bogarting the goon debate community. I'm not, or
You know,
bogarting like goon and stuff.
I mean,
I'm
shit, there are people
absolutely
that'll
not.
tell me that I'm not a real gooner because I don't do something they'd like or something, you know, and it's like, if people are doing that to me,
That
like,
part.
yeah, like, I don't care. This is an irrelevant opinion. I'm going to keep doing me.
Yeah,
Like, go be a flop. It's not my problem anymore.
yeah, absolutely. I agree. It definitely could be a flash. I like when it's like summery and your balls are just like really soft.
That's the best.
It really is the best. Like those are like not shrunken or like hidden inside your body. It's like where did these dudes go? Like what the fuck? I think that probably gets the nude sleeping. I just like being nude. Are you a nudie like nudie Todd? Do you know nudie Todd?
I don't know, Nudie Todd.
I need to read these people about too.
So
But I just think that that word is so fun, nudie.
I think we have been going for like 2 hours. You want to like?
Oh shit, we have.
Yeah, it's like 11:30.
Oh fuck, that's okay. I can just like I can do a part one and part two.
That works.
Or do you have to go? Is that your way of telling me you're gonna go?
I do kind of, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Someone else needs to call me, but it is actually kind of urgent. I just was like,
Oh no, you should tell. You should definitely get that. No, I feel like we were talking enough. Um, thanks for like hanging out and like chatting about shit.
it's always fucking amazing, and I'd be happy to do this more often. You can have me back as many times as you want, dude. I love it.
Okay, perfect. Special thanks to my guests, BatorMutt. Go follow them on X. They have it just for fans,
Hmm.
and they have OnlyFans
No,
just for
OnlyFans is for
fans.
straight people and
Go
vanilla
get, and then
fuckers.
also go listen. What?
So OnlyFans is for straight people and vanilla motherfuckers.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Shots fired. And then also go check out their album New Game Plus Minus.
New Game Plus.
Oh, New Game Plus. Oh, I see the dashes and things. By their artist named EK9. I'm gonna listen to it right now, actually.
Work. Yeah, tell me what you think.
I will. All right, cool. So thanks for listening to this podcast. Hope you enjoyed um it. And I'm gonna see y'all on the next episode of the
Peace,
Beta Escape
bitches.
Pod. Very demure. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Beasley. Okay, I'm checking in with y'all. What did you think? Did you love it? I thought it was hilarious. Hearing it back for the first time after a couple of weeks, I was just like, oh wow, I had no idea that we'd talk about so many things in this episode. But if you stuck around till the end, you are a real one. I love you for that. Thank you so, so much for sticking around. Again, shout out to BatorMutt. Go follow them on all their socials. They're so cool. Go join their Discord. He has a really sexy Goonie Discord. Um, Join my Discord. It's different than his, but I feel like you'll enjoy them both. And yeah, thanks again for listening. I hope that you have a wonderful holiday season, and that you bring in the new year with a really big Goonie bang. I love you. Again, thanks so much for the support, and I will see you in the new year. Later.